we've seen at least of them this year. And then Michael Martinez, as you mentioned before, on the mound for the A's.
Ethan Shurg, a Sheboygan North product. He's played with the A's on and off over the years. Like you mentioned, this is his first game this year. Ethan is a catcher. He caught for North and also did a little bit of pitching. So very versatile athlete. He's got a good arm. Martinez, like we mentioned, making his second start this year. He's given up 16 hits in those 15 innings. There's a bouncer out to second base. Nice hop for Tillman. And one up and one down. Let's keep that going. Yeah. Just checking the box score from the first game, Lucas, and every Warrior batter had at least one hit. They had 16 in the game. Josh Wicker, the shortstop, is up next. Wicker had some nice plays at short. He looks pretty good.
Yeah, he was sensational over there. He did have an error, yeah, but really made some great plays all around.
With the loss in Game 1, Sheboygan loses their 7-game losing streak and are now 19-16. With the win, Chicago moves to 11-8, which we didn't mention this in the first game, but we noticed it on the stat sheets for the pitchers. It's got 20 game totals, but the record is 10-8. So we don't know what's going on there, but nice to have some stats.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Strikeout by Martinez, and that brings up John Philip Ferrero, or as he likes to be called, JP. Ferrero seemed like a coach on the field in that first game.
He was really directing the infield a couple times, telling their baseman to move up on once or twice.
August 18th will be the Sheboygan A's golf outing, the Snipe at Town and Country Golf Course. Hopefully you'll be interested to get involved in that. Sign-up information can be found at the Sheboygan A's website. Whatever. Ground out to Harry unassisted. You can get sign-up information at the A's website too. I looked it up. I mean, it may redirect you, but it doesn't matter which website you're on. You're going to get where you want to go. Don't be bothering me over there. Are we still on the air?
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
The batting order for Sheboygan will be Gus Walker leading it off in center field. Sean Tillman batting second at second base. Harry Stelt will bat third at first base. Jacob Neese bats fourth. He's the Northwoods cleanup hitter, and he's at third base again this game. Batting fifth is Chase Hanselman. He's at shortstop this game. Jimmy Jurgensen, the DH, hits sixth. Pop up. Is there room? Is there room? Nope. Ball is out of play. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Jason Sims. Alex Ames bats eighth and plays right. And batting ninth, we mentioned during the top half of the inning, Ethan Scherg making his first appearance with Sheboygan, and he's catching. Want to do the defense again for them?
Yeah, sure. Defensively for the Warriors, from left to right, they got Morgan in left, Perona in center, and then Dulis in right, the same outfield from game one. And then in the infield around the horn, they got Butcher, will be at third base. Wicker will be at short. Resio will be at second. And then Ferrero, again, the same infield for pretty much the same infield, but Ferrero will be at first, and then Witchker will be at catcher, and Carson is on the mound.
Alex Carson is the Chicago pitcher. He's appearing in his fourth game, making his third start. He has a 2-1 record and 3.60 ERA. You got Gus swinging on that first pitch, and Tillman offered. So that's strike one.
Tillman had a good game. I mean, he only had he was 1 for 2. But
did a lot of walking.
He's at the plate 5 times.
Had 2 walks, a sacrifice fly. None of those are considered at bats, and then he doubled and grounded out to end the ball game. So 1 for 2, like Lucas said.
Yeah.
2 balls and 1 strike. Just getting started in game 2 of our doubleheader. Chicago took game 1 by a score of 13-7. Scored 7 runs over the last 2 innings.
Really put them ahead and sealed the game.
That's a bouncing ball into right field. Tillman has good speed. Could steal a base. On the season, Sean with 3 stolen bases. He's been thrown out twice. And Harry's been hot. Harry with a long home run and a double, had 3 RBIs in the first game. Is the team leader in RBIs.
Long home run doesn't even do it justice. That ball is absolutely crushed.
Yeah, you're right. Harry line drive down left field side, but it's foul. You mentioned Harry had a home run yesterday. That was a long one. The one today was much longer. He now has 3 on the season. Pitch is just off the outside corner for a ball. Tillman on at first. Not taking a great big lead. Ball in the dirt, gets by Witchker, and Tillman advances. Harry now with another RBI opportunity. Hits that one foul.
Like we've mentioned in game 1 especially, he's made a lot of solid contact
Yes.
the past couple of games.
He's
Even when it wasn't
coming out of the slump. Just hanging in there, following it off. Coming into action yesterday, Harry had the RBI lead on the club with 20. He had 3 in the last game, and I know he had a couple on Saturday in that doubleheader. So he's way out in front in that regard.
Working a deep count, long at bat, fouling off a lot of pitches.
Had an opportunity to talk to David Rivera, the Chicago manager, between games. And what upset him about the play with Gus at first base, whether he was safe or out, was that the umpires conferred, and he was in agreement with that because his players thought the first baseman held the bag. And when the umpires got together, yeah, he did hold the bag, and they called him out, and fine. Then when Tim came out, all of a sudden the umpires are changing their mind. You know, I think what upset him was make a decision and stick with it.
Yeah, I would have been just as frustrated if I was Rivera too. You know, changed the call multiple times.
You know, the other thing that was interesting was the play ended with the manager talking to the umpires, obviously, and the longest discussion was with Rivera and DeGroot, the home plate umpire last game. And then when they finally retreated to home plate and back to the dugout, all of a sudden the base umpire comes over and he's yelling at Rivera, you know, like he's going to throw him out of the game. And didn't seem like he was germane to the conversation at that time for him to come over and do that.
Yeah.
Harry with a fine at bat draws a walk, and that's going to bring up the Northwoods chemical cleanup hitter, Jacob Neese. Jacob had an interesting first game with 3 walks and an RBI single.
Just like Tillman, I mean, he came up to the plate Tillman had 5 play appearances, but Jacob Neese with 4, and he only was 1 for 1.
Did you mention that Casson had 18 strikeouts in 10 innings?
I did not say that, but
Pretty good.
it is.
4 walks. It's not too bad. His whip is 1.30. That's borderline
Sitting
okay.
solid.
Not bad. That ball is hit up in the air in the left field. Is it going to stay fair? No, it's caught in foul territory. Great running catch by Morgan to retire Jacob. And now there's 2 outs with runners on first and second. That's going to leave it up to Chase Hanselman.
Hanselman back at shortstop after playing right field for a game after took a pitch to the head yesterday.
5 stitches above his left eye. He's a gamer. Can't get me out of the lineup. Swing and a miss. Good fastball that time by Alex Carson. Good location for that pitch, Lucas, on that outside corner.
Good velocity on it, too.
Anything hit to the outfield should score Tillman. He's a fast runner.
And he'll be going on contact, too.
Ball gets away. I think Witchker had a play if he could have got the ball secured, but he's not able to do that, and the runners advance.
That concrete backing on the backstop kind of make
Yeah.
kind of trick, you know.
Exactly, it can
players.
serve to your advantage. Second and third. There's a line drive foul. You mentioned it, Lucas, before we came on the air, but the crowd is really thinned out.
Yeah, especially in to our right. There's no one in that section at all.
And it's not even raining.
Nope. I mean, they saw basically.
I'm not even going to comment on that. Bouncing ball, again, fouled on the third base side.
They saw about a full game's worth of innings, or of time-wise, game one.
I think we may have mentioned it, but we'll mention it again. That first game lasted 2 hours and 43 minutes. Bouncing ball out to short. Ball goes off the chest of the shortstop, and that's going to allow a run to score. Again, put the ball in play, force the other team to make a play on defense.
Wicker had a really similar play in game one where it kind of just took a nasty last hop on him, kind of booted it.
Harry making the correct decision to stay at third. It looked like he could have maybe tried to score, but well, didn't quite get far enough away from the Chicago infielders. Jimmy with a chance to add to the Sheboygan 1-0 lead. First pitch is right down New Jersey Avenue for strike one. Good stop by Witchger. Pitch in the dirt. Evens count at 1-1.
Throwing a lot of pitches, Carson.
By the way, speaking of pitch count, in that first inning, only 9 pitches thrown by Martinez. Jimmy a little bit late on that swing.
Carson's more than tripled that already. He's up to 33 early on. It's not like he's really given up a whole ton of traffic.
No, you're right. Well, Harry
Yeah.
must have had about an 8 or 9 pitch at bat. Jimmy drills one to right. Can it get down? No. Chasing it down was Dulles, but sounded great off the bat, but just allowed out. But Sheboygan does come up with a run after 1 inning of play. Sheboygan 1, Chicago 0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me smells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Ricky Colazzo is going to lead off the second inning. He's DHing in this game. Martinez with a 9-pitch first inning. Carson had a 34-pitch first inning,
And it's only
which,
1-0.
yeah, it seems very high for only facing 6 batters, but Harry must have had at least 7 or 8 of those
At
pitches.
least. Especially you worked a walk out of it too.
1-1 is the count. Collazo hits it deep to center. Walker ranging back near the track and makes the catch. Collazo drove that ball a long way, but picked the wrong part of the field. Witchger, the catcher, is up.
Different catcher from game 1. Collazo just hit and he caught in game 1.
Wonder if Brad is here for game 2. I think I see him sitting on the tarp down there next to Kenny Nazy.
Yeah, it looks like him.
Rindfleisch pitched game 1 yesterday, had 16 strikeouts. So for him to be willing to go behind the plate in the first game today, asking a lot, but he did it.
Had a couple pass balls, but he was all right.
Made a good sacrifice bunt late in the game to advance runners into scoring position, taking one for the team. He knows how to play the game. You know, coaching, being a baseball coach, and wants to instruct his team on how to play, and then, of course, follow that with his own actions on the field.
Sure did it yesterday. His actions
No
on
kidding.
the field.
Didn't have to depend on his defense too much either. Pitch is up high. Witchker draws the walk, and that's going to bring up Dylan Dulles. Again, Dylan, not a real big guy, but he can pack a punch, hitting-wise.
He had a double in game 1.
Just off the outside corner for a ball. Bouncing ball past the third baseman out into left field. And Chicago rallying in the second. They have runners on first and second with only 1 out.
Chicago Warriors, they sure know how to get runners on base.
They had a ton of them in the last game. One of the things that did cost Sheboygan was runners left on base. Sheboygan left 10 runners on. I think when Bill gave his recap, he said that Chicago only left 5. Ball is hit high into left field. Racing back as the left fielder. And it's over the fence for a home run.
I did not think that had that much carry on it.
3-run home run for Chris Morgan. And Chicago back on top.
Did you think that ball was getting out off the bat, Marty?
I knew it was hit a long ways, and looking up at the flag, there's a gentle breeze blowing out that way, and got it up in the jet stream just enough. Brings up Justin Butcher. Butcher was the first game DH. He's playing third this game. Ethan Scherg didn't catch that ball. That's one of the things they say, you know, as a catcher, those kind of pitches, if you catch them, you have a better chance of having it called a strike. If it bounces in, you know, out of your glove like that, it's sometimes more difficult for that to happen. And a looper out into right field, and Becker on with a hit. And Chicago had at least 2 or 3 of those in the last game, and and that was a number 8 hitter too. Number 7 hitter hit the home run. Riccio, the right fielder, is up. He's the number 9 hitter in the order.
We were looking at those averages before the game, and we're thinking, these guys probably have a pretty high-powered offense. And they are playing to their billing, that's for sure, offensively.
Two-0 is the count. Riccio looking to keep the inning going for Chicago. They've already got 3 runs in and a man on first and only 1 out. Martinez with a good pitch on the outside corner. Michael Martinez was really good at filling out his personal bio. His most recent book or movie, Star Wars. Ball is hit out into right field. Oh, the catch is made by the right fielder, but communication out there was a little shaky. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Joe Perona.
Perona was 2 for 4 in game 1 with 2 flyouts to center and a sac fly.
That first one was a long one. Wasn't that the triple?
Yep.
Scherg's throw is up a little bit. Stolen base for Butcher.
Good backup by Tillman, though, prevented him from going to third. That ball gets in the center field.
They have been abusing Sheboygan all day on the base paths with stolen bases. They have, I don't know what it is, but they've been stealing a lot of bases today. Perona thought that was inside, but Doug Steinke, our home plate umpire, didn't think so. Bill DeGroot is out on the bases. Well, Lucas, yesterday we had the powder blue uniforms, looked real good on Greenville. Chicago comes in wearing their gray tops. Look pretty nice.
Yeah, I did like the Greenville jerseys more. But
I would agree. Two balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Perona able to check his swing. It's now 3-2. Josh Wicker waiting on deck. A quick 1-2-3 first, and that is not the case in the second. Another walk.
Sheboygan just can't find a way to put together multiple or consecutive clean innings against this team.
I would agree.
They shut them down 1 inning, the next inning they just find ways on base.
Kulikowski was really shaky in the first inning of the first game, but then he came back with a 1-2-3 second and got the next hitter. That gave him 6 outs in a row. That was going into the third inning. He had 6, the first strikeout, but then he wound up giving up a run on a walk and a single and a couple of pass balls. But that's about as close as we got. After that, it was a lot of traffic on the bases. Morgan didn't get cheated on that hit, though he hit it hard. Didn't, but like you, I didn't think it was going to carry out, but it did. Bouncing ball skips right by Nice. That was hard hit. And racing into second is Wicker, and another run on the board for Chicago. And still with 2 outs, they have runners in scoring position.
Pitching, which we had been just so high on during the winning streak, is just...
Yeah, it's not here today, that's for sure. That ball was scalded. Wicker, that ball at Jacob, and he barely had time to get out of the way. JP grounded out to first. His first time up. He's second at bat. 9th hitter in the inning also for Chicago. One and one is the count. Martinez trying to work out of a jam. I also had a chance to talk briefly with Bryce Lovisa, and he said that Michael was starting and that he was the second pitcher in the game. Ball is stroked out into short center field, and it drops. Another 2 more runs are going to score. Oh, man. This is getting serious now, Lucas.
Yeah.
6 runs in the inning.
I got 6, Bill.
Ferraro's the only runner on base. He's on at first. He drove in the runners from second and third. We had a 3-run homer and then a RBI double by Wicker. Now a 2 RBI single. So it's 6-0.
6-1.
Oh, yep. That ball is slugged to deep center field, but Walker has a beat on it. And finally, the inning is over. Collazo made the first and last out of the inning on fly balls to center field, but in between, Chicago put 6 runs on the board.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
At Northwoods, we are a family. And like your family, our main concern is safety. As a leader in the cleaning and sanitation industry, we're doing our utmost to support and supply essential cleaning, sanitizing, and maintenance products to your family and business. And we're introducing new products, like our Cool Water Personal Hand Sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
Michael Martinez with a 30-pitch inning in that 6-run second. He now has 40 pitches. Actually, it was a 31-pitch inning. He now has 40 pitches in the ball game. Alex Carson, I don't know if we mentioned this, had 34 pitches in the first inning. And that's going to bring up Jason Sims, playing out in left field. Let's see, there were 2 walks in the inning by Michael, and both of those runs scored. Perona makes a catch in center. It's not a good thing to walk batters, Lucas.
No, that can kill you. And it has for Sheboygan today.
Isn't that the truth? We had totals now for game one. There were 10 walks in the game total and 12 strikeouts total in the game. And when you have those kinds of totals, it makes for a long game. Although that 16 strikeout performance by Brad yesterday seemed to go pretty quick.
Maybe it helped there were no walks.
Carson able to make the play. 2 quick outs for Sheboygan in the second. And that brings up Ethan Scherg. Be interesting to see how Ethan fares. He has not had an at-bat all year. Maybe he's playing some softball.
Yeah.
Get some reps there.
And you were saying he's been an A for a couple of years, just parts of a couple of years. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, the last couple of years, not a full-time player. There have been a couple seasons where he saw a lot of action, and quick 1-2-3, and that ends the second. After 2 complete, Chicago on top.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Getting ready to start the top of the third inning. It'll be Tom Witchger leading it off for Chicago. They've been a very good team today. A lot of runs and hits, and they've been able to find the open spots in the field.
Yep. Yeah, like you said, it's not how you hit them, it's where you hit them. And they've had a few bloop hits in game one, and they had one last inning, too.
Tim walked in the second and scored on Morgan's 3-run homer. We'll have our game 2 trivia question in the top of the fourth, and then we'll give you the answer in the bottom of the fourth if we remember.
Yeah.
We've been pretty good at that.
This weekend.
Hanselman makes the one-handed catch. 1 out in the third. Now that's how basically the last inning started. And then the next 4 guys proceeded to get on base.
before the fly out to right, which could have been if they were awfully close to run into each other there.
I'm sure knowing the situation, Tim gave Ethan a call and asked him, hey, can you help us out today?
Yeah.
We're out of catchers, and it was nice of Ethan to be able to come over and do that. Harry makes a juggling catch in foul territory. Quite entertaining since he caught it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been so entertaining had he dropped it.
Morgan with the 3-run homer is up next.
One that did not get out in a hurry.
Just kept carrying and carrying. Got a girl right below us with a Loyola University t-shirt on. I had a chance to speak with her a little bit. She's a freshman in the fall. She'll be starting, and I think she said she was going into nursing.
Oh.
Well, good luck to her and the Loyola Ramblers.
Sister Jean.
Yeah, there you go, Sister Jean. A name out of the recent past. The coach for the Ramblers that year was a good friend of a former student of mine who coaches at Winona State, Todd Eisner. Was the star player on our state championship team in 1986. Loyola won the national championship in 1963. Their star player was Jerry Harkness, Vic Roush. Line drive out to center field. Gus has to play it on a hop. 2-out single for Morgan. That ball was solidly hit also.
Yeah. Hoping it was going to hang up there just a bit longer so Walker'd have a chance.
Right. Justin Butcher wearing one of the best numbers, baseball numbers, number 42. Morgan jumping to a huge lead at first base on the pitch. Try and keep him a little closer. Their ball struck solidly, but Gus makes the catch, and that ends the third. Chicago still on top, 6-1.
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Getting ready to start the third inning. It'll be the top of the order for Sheboygan. Walker, Tillman, and Stelt. Through 3 innings, Michael Martinez has thrown 52 pitches. The stinker was in the second inning when he threw 31. Otherwise, it's 9 and 12.
You just look at the odd innings, you're like, well, he's had a pretty good outing.
Hopefully you can keep that up. Strong throw down by Witcher. Gus Walker looking to get a base hit. Having a tough go of it in today's doubleheader so far. Gus with a base hit to right. You see how that's done, Lucas?
Yeah.
You got to learn that as an announcer. That's important to know how to do that. Sean Tillman singled and scored Sheboygan's only run in the first. Sheboygan got down in game one and was able to come back, but it was the last 2 innings that were the killer.
Yep.
A 3-run sixth and a 4-run seventh, and they lost it 13-7.
They were even up 6-5 pretty late in the game.
Right, that was...
fifth inning, going to the fifth, they were up 6-5.
They went up 6-5 in the bottom of the fourth, and then when Chicago came up in the top of the fifth, they were able to tie it up. Line drive out to right center field is down, a base hit, and Gus does the smart thing and holds at second on Tillman's second base hit of the game. And that brings up Harry. Harry walked his first time up this game.
Looking for his third homer in 3 games.
In that long at bat in the first inning, he hit the ball solidly a couple of times before drawing the walk. Carson in his third inning of work for the Warriors. That pitch out of the strike zone evens the count at 1-1. Their pitch for a ball.
Sheboygan still got no men out and middle of their order up. You know, they got a chance to get a couple back here and make this game manageable again.
Boy, wouldn't that be nice? Harry with a mighty cut, but came up empty. It was a good location for that pitch, up and in. 2-2. Harry reaches out, drives it into right field, but it's caught, a sliding catch. And Gus will tag up and move to third. Heck of a play out there by Dulles to rob Harry of a base hit.
Yeah, if he misses then that gets by him. That's some serious trouble for the Warriors. But great catch out there and right.
Jacob Neese, the Northwoods cleanup hitter, is up. Jacob hit one down the left field line that the left fielder came over and made a nice running catch. Two and 0. Jacob looking to drive one, get a run in. That's what I'm talking about, but right at the center fielder. Throw is way off the mark. It'll be another run for Sheboygan on the sacrifice fly by Jacob Neese.
If it's not up the line, you never know. I think he still would have gotten in there, but it would have been a decent play.
Perona showing off the arm.
Yeah.
Tillman still on first base. Chase Hanselman is up. Chase reached on a error by the shortstop. Chase pops it up. Ferreira in foul ground. Makes the catch. And that ends the third inning. But Sheboygan does pick up a run. After 3 complete, it's now 6-2.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
Jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Mario Riccio is going to lead off the 4th inning. Through 3 innings, Michael Martinez has thrown 52 pitches. Alex Carson has thrown 54. Riccio with a swing and a miss. Mario on his first at bat flew out to right.
Martinez has looked good in the first and third innings. He's only faced 7 batters, 1 over the minimum in those 2. But
that's right. You mentioned those even innings are trouble.
Yeah.
This is an even inning.
He did face 10 batters in the second inning.
The big blow in that 6-run second inning was the 3-run homer by Chris Morgan. Slow roller to third. Neese on the bare hand pickup, but can't make the play. And Riccio it gets on base with an infield single. That's the kind of play that Nolan Arenado would barehand throw him out at first.
He's been great at that for how many years?
Yeah, right. He's got a lot of gold gloves. First pitch is a ball. Looked like Perona wanted to bunt his teammate over. They had 7 stolen bases in the first game.
Like you were mentioning in the break, you know, Ryan Fletcher just coming off throwing 100 pitches and you put him behind the plate.
I'll try to throw somebody out. In this ball game, Chicago has 1 so far.
I'm sure that it will increase.
Ball's bunted foul. Riccio has one stolen base on the year, and he's been caught once. That's Perona.
I know.
Well, Joe Perona with 15 stolen bases. Bouncing ball out to short. Oh! Hanselman took that one, looked like off the face. Bad bounce, and lost his glasses. And give Perona a bad hop single.
It's tough, you know. Doesn't take that hop. Maybe he's got a double play opportunity.
Well, then the other thing is, you know, if it hits him in that eye where the stitches are, and pull those out. And looking at another trip to the urgent care.
Looks like he's okay.
First two batters reach base on infield hits. Wicker up, line drive out to right. Diving attempt is made.
Wow.
Nice catch by Ames.
Huge
Great
out.
catch. Wow.
It's a huge out, too.
John Philip Ferraro up. Or like Bill likes to say, because he doesn't like to talk so much, he just calls him JP. You don't want to ignore the golden voice of the Sheboygan A's. You're the golden voice when you have the mic. Just like when Bill announces the batters, he's the golden voice of the A's. Ferraro pops it up. Walker makes the catch. We added a crew member to the press box crew. We have Bill doing the field announcing, CJ doing the audio enhancements, and umpire evaluating, and Lucas and I are doing the live stream. And then we have Hudson playing video games. Hudson belongs to CJ. At least when he behaves, he belongs to you, right? Yeah, I saw him down there actually between games. Yeah, do the play ball thing, all over. Would he do garbage? Spin.
Oh, that could have been
Hanselman wasn't expecting to throw, but did make the play. The count is 2-0 to Collazo.
Collazo hit twice in the same inning and had the same result, flew out to center.
Pitch is way outside. Michael gets in these funks once in a while. You know, he'll go a little bit, throw pretty nicely, not walk eyes, and then all of a sudden he just sort of loses it.
Sure happened in the second.
Yes, 2 walks, and they both scored. And 4-pitch walk loads the bases. There are 2 outs. Good fastball by Michael. Touches the outside corner for strike one. CJ just brought up a really good point about today's doubleheader versus yesterday's doubleheader. It's going on 5:30. We were done with the doubleheader yesterday. Hard hit ball to short. Hanselman stays with it. Pretty brave pickup because he had a bad hop. Single took his glasses off, but he stuck in there and made the play to end the fourth inning. No runs scored by Chicago. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, the score remains 6-2.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
In northeastern Wisconsin baseball action, in a doubleheader, Green Bay and Kewaskum split. That'll help Sheboygan a little bit. Green Bay is having a very fine season. They're in first place in the Newble and also in the Wisconsin State League. So kudos to them for the fine season, but it's not over.
No, it is not. Gotta play the whole season.
Jimmy Jurgensen is up. Jimmy from Cedarburg, Wisconsin. Jimmy's favorite team is the Milwaukee Brewers. That kind of makes sense.
Good to hear.
I'll tell you, it was hard at that Brewer Cub game the other day. You know, because I like both of them.
Yep.
And you know, I'm clapping for when people make a nice play, no matter which team. And people are saying, "Boy, that guy's kind of weird."
Just enjoying some good baseball.
Jimmy takes a call, strike 3. Good fastball by Carson. And that brings up Jason Sims. I went real neutral too, by the way. I wore my Hall of Fame t-shirt. And can't remember now what hat I wore.
Was it an A's
but
hat?
It wasn't a Brewer or a Cub hat.
Was it an A's hat?
It was. That's right. It was an A's hat. Because when we went to the concession stand, one of the workers came over and said, "Oh, is that a Sheboygan A's hat?" I used to play for Kenosha. Sims with a great base hit out to right center. And that brings up Alex Ames. Ames hit a one-hopper back to Carson, who was able to make the play back in the second inning. Alex with a healthy swing, but came up empty. Ethan Scherg is waiting on deck. That evens the count at 1-1. Our next home game will be on Tuesday when we host the Milwaukee Heavy Hitters in a 7:30 Wisconsin State League game. Lucas will be here on that night, and Emma should be back helping out. We missed her the last few days. She always does a great job. One of the things I didn't mention, and it's going to happen a little later this month, line drive. Good attempt at the ball by Butcher, but he knocked it down but couldn't make a play. Give Ames a base hit. So 7 and 8 get base hits. 7, 8 batters in the order get base hits, and now it's up to Ethan. What I was going to say, I think it's from the July 12th to the 14th, Sheboygan is going to host the WABC tournament. Traditionally, this tournament is played in the West Bend area. It'll be on a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday. Sheboygan has won the WABC the last 2 seasons. Matter of fact, right behind us, Lucas, that trophy over there, that's from last year.
Is that other one, the one that looks similar, the one from previous year?
Oh, that's my bowling one.
Oh, yeah.
There's a base hit. Scherg. And Moyer holds Sims at third, which is a very smart move. But Ethan hitting .500 on the year for Sheboygan. He's a keeper.
Strikes out on 3 pitches the first at bat, that gets base hit.
Well, you know the key there, Lucas, was don't wait for the second pitch.
Yeah.
That brings up Gus Walker. Gus entered the hit parade back in the third, and he wound up scoring a run. David Rivera coming out to talk to the team. So like I was saying, on the 12th to the 14th, the WABC tournament will be played in Sheboygan. We're hosting that for the first time. CJ, do you know if they're going to be using the Field of Dreams again? They will not be. So all games will be played here. If you like baseball, come and see it. There's a lot of good teams that play in that tournament.
Oh, thank you.
And ask and you shall receive. July 10th, at West Bend, Carl Cussfield. I thought all the games were being played here. Well, on the 10th and the 11th, there are going to be some games played in West Bend. Sussex Cardinals and the West Bend Spirits, and then Kewaskum A's and Milwaukee Tropics, Hartford Hawks and the Appleton Legends. And on the 12th, there are games at Sheboygan and West Bend and Hartford. Thanks for the clarification. Then there's 4 games on July 13th at Wildwood Park. Gus takes that first pitch for a ball. We'll hang on to that sheet. We'll talk a little more about it on Tuesday. Sheboygan threatening to score. They have the bases loaded. Only 1 out. 3-0 to Gus Walker.
Yeah, we were talking about yesterday when Sheboygan had the big lead, and then Greenville got a little traffic on the bases, how it feels like, that the lead isn't as big as it actually is.
Exactly, you're right. That's the case here, only in reverse. Gus, short pop-up out in the left field, but it's going to be caught. Strong throw to home, but coming in and scoring is Sims, and on the throw, the 2 runners on base, Ames and Scherg, advance to second and third. Sacrifice fly for Gus brings home a run for Sheboygan. And it's now 6-3. Tillman with an excellent opportunity to tie up the ball game. Good speed on second and third. Scherg, even though he's a catcher, has pretty good wheels. They're appealing the tag up, and home plate umpire Doug Steiner says he tagged up, everything's good. Score the run. We need a big hit, a 2-out hit. Tillman fouls that one back, out of play.
Definitely the guy that can deliver that big hit, Sean Tillman.
He's 2 for 2 in the ball game. Hopefully he can make it 3 for 3. Slow roller to third, and it goes underneath the glove of the third baseman. Coming in is Scherg, and he slides in safe at home, and Sheboygan has tied up the ball game with a little help from third baseman.
6-5.
6-5. 2 runs scored.
Yeah, we were down 6-3.
3, 4, 5, 6-5 it is. Tillman reaches on the error by the third baseman. I think what Butcher wanted to do was get it and tag the runner, but
Yeah.
he lifted up his glove too soon.
And I thought he had the ball too.
So did he. 6-5. That pitch hits Harry on the foot, I think. Guess not. Make it a wild pitch. Tillman advances to second base. Harry's 0 for 1 with a walk. Got robbed of a base hit his last time up, a diving catch made by the right fielder. Six-5, Sheboygan climbing back in. Wasn't necessarily a big hit, but it certainly was a big error. Allowed Sheboygan to get a couple more runs.
It's kind of a check swing by Tillman. Looks like he didn't really want to offer at it.
Harry takes that pitch for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. There are 2 outs. Tillman with good speed is on at second. Harry the drive to right center field. That's down. It's going to roll all the way to the warning track. Harry chugging into second and slides in safe with a double. Now we're tied.
What
a lot of unearned runs, but we'll take them.
What a turnaround in this game. Now 6-6.
Now 6-6, and Jacob Neese is up. Harry really hustling around first base. I thought he was going to be able to make it standing up, but he slid in. Extra base hit would score Harry. And Jacob is just the guy to do it. A 4-run fourth inning.
They've been chipping away, and they just need that one big inning to really claw back in, and they sure got it to this inning.
It wasn't the big hit, it was the error, but we'll take it. We've scored 4 runs this inning, only 1 is earned. Jacob with a shallow fly ball to right, and it drops in for a base hit. Harry running on the swing, scores. It gets by the catcher, Jacob Neese. Round second, he's going to continue and dive into third base. Give Jacob a single and an RBI. And then he races to third. Went to second on the throw home, but then he goes to third on the error by the right fielder. What a comeback.
Yeah, wow.
David Rivera coming out. He's going to switch pitchers. That'll be the end of Carson's day.
A lot of crooked numbers today for both teams.
Sam Jackson coming in for Chicago.
Doesn't have any pitching stats.
You know, even though this is a non-league game, I'll tell you, both teams are playing very hard.
That's for sure.
8 hits now for Sheboygan. All of those, of course, coming off of Alex Carson. Of the 7 runs allowed so far, only 2 of those are earned. Tough break for Alex. Like I said, the defense didn't help him much, Lucas.
They did not. Maybe it would be 6-3 if Tillman would have gotten out on that E5. Then it would have ended.
Carson goes 3 2/3 innings, gives up 8 hits, 7 runs so far. Of those 7, of course, only 2 are earned. 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. And you said Sam Jackson, the current pitcher now, does not have any pitching stats.
Does not.
There's no number 10 on that listing. Not even under the batting stats. There's no number 10, no Jackson.
First impression.
We're in the 4th inning of a 7-inning game. Didn't look good after the 2nd inning when Chicago put 6 runs on the board. But Sheboygan has battled all the way back and now have the lead. A great hustle by Jacob Neese. Dumped a single into right. Harry was running on the swing and scored, slid in. And then the throw home allowed Jacob to go down to second base. And then when it got away from, bounced away from the catcher, it became a bad throw and an error on the right fielder. And that allowed Jacob to move to third base. Chase Hanselman is up. He's a 9th hitter in the inning, too, Lucas.
Yep.
Ooh, and you know what we forgot to do? We might have to do it in the 5th inning.
Trivia.
The quiz. You knew it was bound to happen.
Yep. We couldn't go 4 for 4.
Well, we could give the question and do it in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, let's do it that way.
In the movie The Natural, who plays Roy Hobbs? What actor? I know, Bill, come on, make it a little tougher than that. And he didn't even have to say Mike Casper. Ooh, wow, high pitch, but Witchker able to keep it from going to the backstop. In the movie The Natural, who plays Roy Hobbs? CJ looking on his phone to see if he can find the answer. All I gotta do is speak into it, CJ. Who played Roy Hobbs in The Natural? And your phone will spit it out. Huh? What? Not talking to you. Watching the Brewers game. Do you know that answer? I suppose I showed you it before because I had to explain something to you about it. Ball is fouled off Hanselman's foot. As long as it doesn't get fouled off his eye. Five-run inning. Most of the damage happening with 2 outs. And Sheboygan leads it 7-6. Jimmy waiting on deck. Call, strike 3. Jackson comes in, strikes out the only batter he faces in this inning. But before that, all the damage was a 5 runs by Sheboygan, and they now lead it 7-6.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Bryce Lavisa is in to pitch for Sheboygan. Bryce making only his 2nd appearance for the A's this year. He's pitched an inning, has a couple of strikeouts. Lucas, why don't you give us the answer? Give us the question again and then the answer.
Oh, the question was, in the movie The Natural, who plays Roy Hobbs? The answer is Robert Redford. Redford, excuse me. And he had a scholarship to the University of Colorado to play baseball, so kind of fitting.
Yep, exactly. He looked the part. I think he did a better job in the baseball action than Tony Perkins did in the movie Fear Strikes Out. There was actually, you know what? There was a movie I forgot about. I could have added to my battery of questions with baseball trivia. Dylan Dulles is going to be the first hitter that Bryce sees. The numbers for Michael Martinez, he went 4 innings, gave up 8 hits, 6 runs. They were all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 1. You know, if you take away that one really bad inning, Michael pitched a pretty good game. One hopper out to second. Tillman thought he caught it, but that's not the case, so he had to throw it over to Harry. But in either case, Sean making a great play to get the first out in the 6th inning, in the 5th inning, pardon me. Chris Morgan, 2 for 2. Lavisa with a good breaking ball. Gets a strike. Fly ball into short right, but Tillman right there and makes the easy catch. Good play by Sean. Bryce is from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. He's played his college baseball at Marian University. He's been with the A's for several years. He just hasn't pitched a lot. And some of that, you know, can be due to scheduling. Got to work. Justin Butcher is up to bat. Justin is 1 for 2 and scored a run in that 6-run second. Two balls and no strikes. So frequently, Lucas, we get a couple outs and all of a sudden trying to find a third out becomes a struggle.
It's finding the strike zone at times.
I think I mentioned when I was giving the information on Bryce, he does not have a walk this season, but he's only pitched 1 inning.
Yeah, I mean, that's still solid.
Still counts. 3-0 comes with a breaking pitch.
Most confidence.
We've seen that over the last few games a lot. That foul ball makes it 3-2.
Really good for A's morale, you know, just get a 1-2-3 inning here.
Ball 4.
There's the first walk of the season.
That brings up Mario Riccio. Back in the 4th inning, Chicago was able to load the bases with 2 outs. Mario started that inning with a base hit, but they pick off Butcher, and he's thrown out 3-4 to end the 5th inning. And through 4.5, Sheboygan on top.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Jimmy Jurgensen is going to lead off the 5th inning for Sheboygan, and then it'll be Jason Sims and Alex Ames. Jimmy hit the ball real good in his first at-bat and then was called out on strikes in the 4th to start the 4th inning, and then like Lucas mentioned it during the break, the inning ended with a called strikeout, that one on Chase Hanselman. Let's get a couple insurance runs, Lucas.
Yeah, that would be awesome, you know, especially the way this game has gone. No lead is safe.
Maybe we'll have to get Dave Gare back up here.
Yeah. He brought a couple runs in.
He did. And you know the worst part about that? I'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
Remember that time 10 years ago when I was up in the press box? Jimmy takes that first pitch for a ball. Sam Jackson remains on the mound for Chicago. He finished off the 4th inning, striking out Hanselman. Good eye by Jimmy, 3-0.
You know, if Sheboygan could get 9 runs here, you know, they'd get the run rule.
Yeah, they could do it. That would end the ball game. Jimmy with a leadoff walk. Now, because there aren't a lot of players here today, it kind of handcuffs Tim Moyer. You know, I'm sure he thought about maybe bringing in a pinch runner for Jimmy. See if you can get another run with having a little better speed on the bases. First pitch to Jason Sims is a strike. Sims, Ames, and Scherg all singled in the 4th inning, and they all scored. One, two, three, 4 crooked numbers in the first game of the doubleheader. So far in this game, we've had 2. Good rip at it. Sims follows it straight back. Ames playing the part of Jackson Tillman, chasing down those foul balls. Which is high.
33 total runs in these 2 games between the 2 teams.
Makes for a long doubleheader.
Sure has been.
1-2 pitch coming up. Another breaking ball that stays up high. Jackson just not pulling down hard enough. Jurgensen is over at first. There's nobody out. Ball falls right back at us. Sheboygan trying to get a split in the doubleheader. Call, strike 3. Good fastball on the outside corner. And that is the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Alex Ames.
The A's have 8 hits in this game, and from 7 different players.
That's so good. Get everybody involved. Ames pulls that one way foul. Right at his own dugout. Breaking ball a little bit high and outside. Evens the count at 1-1. Bill, there goes the perfect game. And you got so close to throw to second for the force. And no chance to get Ames at first base. He reaches on a fielder's choice. That's going to bring up Ethan Scherg. Lucas, you had mentioned how he took it 3 pitches his first at bat for the strikeout. And then his second at bat, first pitch hitting. Let's see if he is swinging on the first pitch this at bat. 2 outs. He was swinging. It hit the umpire. Hopefully it hit mostly off his chest protector. It's the danger of being an umpire.
Yep. You get hit a lot.
Hey, Lucas, you ever think about getting into umpiring?
I've been thinking about it. I've been more so reffing basketball is what I'm thinking about doing more than umpiring. But
They need umpires.
Yep.
And make some good money. Two outs. Ames is on at first. Ethan Scherg, the batter. Ethan couldn't catch up to that fastball.
Did you get hit a lot as an umpire?
No, not really.
No?
I mean, there are a few times, but no, I wouldn't say a lot. Not every game, that's for sure. Pitches outside. Strong throw down is not in time. And Ames steals the base. Runner in scoring position for Ethan. Gus Walker waiting on deck. 1-2 pitch. Ethan hammers that one foul. Ames was on the move on that pitch.
Yeah.
Pitch in the dirt. Evens count at 2-2. That would have been the pitch for Ames to keep running to third.
He's already halfway down the line. You might as well just go at that point.
Sam Jackson on the mound for the Warriors. One right up the middle, but right at Jackson's glove. He makes the catch, and that ends the fifth inning for Sheboygan after 5 complete. The A's are on top by 1.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Getting ready to start the 6th inning. Lavisa still on the mound for the A's. And Mario Riccio is going to be at bat. He was at bat when Butcher was picked off of first and thrown out at second. We are at about a little over an hour and a half for this game. So Lucas had mentioned seems like it's moving a little quicker, and it is.
That wasn't until the 5-run inning. That was moving a little quick.
Riccio is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Lavisa's first pitch, a breaking ball, stays inside. We started the doubleheader with a light rain and cloudy, obviously. After the rain moved out, it got very nice and sunny. Most of game 1 was in the sun. Ball gets to Hanselman at short. His throw across is not in time. Throw gets away from Harry, but not far enough for Mario to advance, but he reaches on an infield single. And that's going to bring up Joe Perona.
This is when Chicago did a lot of their damage in game 1. Late innings.
2 of the last 3 innings, they have been able to get their leadoff batter on. That's always concerning. Bryce's first pitch to Perona is a ball. As I was saying, most of game 1 was in sunlight, and the beginning of this game was in sunlight too, but now the clouds have rolled in again, and it's getting a little more chilly. Game 2 actually started with a higher temperature. We were at 75 at the beginning of this game. It's down to 71 right now. Looked pretty close, but it was called a ball. It's 3-0. Yeah, the breeze coming from the southeast going northwest. Wind is blowing out to left for sure. Lavisa's pitch, 3-0 pitch is a strike. Bryce walked his first batter of the year last half inning, but did not hurt him. And Perona takes that pitch for strike 2. Full count. See if Mario over at first base will be running on the pitch. And ball 4. First 2 batters reach in the 6th for Chicago.
Not a good start to this inning, obviously. I mean, you
no, and
trying to hold the lead.
Getting to that dangerous part of the order. Wicker had an RBI double in the 2nd and hit the ball hard to right for an out. And they've got their 9-hitter on second base, their leadoff man on first, and their 2nd batter in the order, Josh Wicker, up. Lisa's breaking pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Bryce looking to earn a save. Martinez is in line to get the win. That pitch a strike.
I thought that was going to be a little high. We'll take a strike.
Ball is fouled straight back, makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not much on Bryce's bio, just his hometown and his university. See if he can work out of the jam. Good job of hanging in there by Wicker. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's nobody out and 2 runners on. Sheboygan on top, 7-6. Ball hits off the mitt of Ethan Scherg and goes to the backstop. It allows the runners to advance. That was a tough break for Ethan's first game of the season. He's done a pretty nice job behind home plate. Oh, it was close. Lucas wanted a strike called. It's 3-2. Infield is up, trying to prevent the run from scoring, the tying run from scoring. See if Bryce can get a strikeout. Again, Wicker spoiling the pitch. J.P. Ferraro waiting on deck.
He had a really good first game, too. His middle of the order has really done a lot of damage.
Ball is drilled out to right center field. It's going to drop. 2 runs will score. And sliding into second is Wicker with a 2 RBI double, and now Chicago's on top, 8-7.
Can't ever count these guys out with the type of guys they have on offense. They make things happen. 21 runs scored for them in the 2 games so far.
Wicker with a great at bat too.
Yeah.
You know, spoiling pitch after pitch. And that was his second double of the game. Josh with a 2 for 4 game and 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. Nobody out. A pitch in the dirt, but Ferreira couldn't hold up. Chicago brought a pretty nice contingent of fans. Some parents down below us. Fly ball hit out to left field. Sims makes the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. It's about time.
That's for sure.
Ricky Colazzo's up. Another crooked number on the scoreboard too. That's 3 in this game. Ball's fouled at home plate. We had 4 crooked numbers in game 1. Chicago's had 3 of them, 4, 3, and 4. We had 1 at 4-run second. Ball hits off the glove of Lovisa, but Tillman able to make the adjustment and throw out Colazzo at first. There's now 2 outs. Wicker moves to third base
Really
on the play.
Shifting your momentum like that quickly. Great job by Tillman to get him out.
And I don't know about you, Lucas, but I think it was a good thing that Lovisa hit it, because otherwise that was going out to center field for a base hit and another run. Tom Witchker is up. Lovisa's first pitch, a breaking ball, is in for strike 1. A good stop by Ethan. That ball was in the dirt, and he was able to block it, keep the runner at third. You come out to help the ball club and you leave with about 4 or 5 bruises. 1-1 pitch coming up. There's 2 outs. Pitch is outside for ball 2. Lovisa struggling a bit in this 6th inning.
Tired in order in the 5th. I mean, other than the walk, but caught stealing. But
They only had to face 3 batters.
yeah.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wind is blowing straight out now towards center field, much more briskly than it has all day. Ethan trying to deke the runner at third like he missed the ball, running off to the side, but Wicker not having any of it. Three-two pitch coming up. Two-strike, 3-2 pitch is fouled off. Chicago hitters have been pretty good at that. In game 1, Chicago hitters struck out 7 times. Sheboygan batters in game 1 only struck out 5 times. In this ball game, Sheboygan hitters have struck out 5 times. Another ball hit foul. In this ball game, Chicago batters have only struck out once.
Yeah. Martinez not really a strikeout pitcher. He got one in the 1st inning. Obviously, we've seen Lovisa isn't a big strikeout pitcher either.
3-2 pitch coming up. That pitch gets away from Ethan, and a run is going to score. Sheboygan's going to be down 2 runs. Oh boy. This is not a good performance by your Sheboygan A's. Tim Moyer coming out.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to anyone else. I don't just think he's got the personnel. Or maybe he will.
Jimmy Jurgensen grabbed his glove, was walking in front of the dugout, and now he's coming out. We've seen Jimmy pitch in the past. He does not have any appearances on the mound this year. This will be his first time pitching. Lovisa threw a lot of pitches.
Yeah.
Walked 2 with no strikeouts. Only gave up 2 hits. And 3 runs in the inning. All of those, the last one was not earned because of the pass ball. Bryce is responsible for the runner on base, Witchger. So far in the ball game for Sheboygan, Michael Martinez started. Lovisa came in relief, and now Jimmy's in relief, trying to get out of this 6th inning without any more damage.
It's been a really long 2 games. A lot of hits, a lot of runs.
Well, you get the blame for this 2nd game, Lucas.
Yeah.
Score is 9-7 Chicago. It's been a back and forth affair. Sheboygan down early, came back, took the lead, and now Chicago doing the same. Over the course of the season, Lucas, we've seen Tim use a lot of different players. And I think part of the reason for scheduling a doubleheader was to get some of those players some playing time. But there's so many kids absent.
Yeah, there's no one here.
So you're limited what you can do.
Pitching wise, he's gotten some new guys in though.
I don't think he had intentions of wanting to pitch Jimmy.
I don't think so either.
Dylan Dulles is going to bat. Dylan is 1 for 3 with a run scored.
As long as Jimmy throws strikes, I think he'll be just fine.
Witchger is on first. 3 runs are in. Chicago now leads it 9-7. First ball swinging. Dulles fouls it off. Pitch is low and outside. Witchger steals second. And the count goes to 1-1.
I was saying earlier how the A's have had an answer for every Chicago runs, inning, big inning. Really, it should be the other way around. Chicago's had the answer for every single A's little run. Feels like the A's, when they're ahead, they aren't ahead for long.
Certainly not today. 2 ball, 1 strike pitch coming up to Dulles. Hammers that one to right, racing over and not being able to make the catch. And that's going to be a double for Dulles, and another run scores for Chicago. Great effort out there by Ames, but just couldn't quite catch up to it.
This has been really poor pitching from the A's today. I mean, it's 10 plus hits, 10 plus runs at back-to-back games. Not something that we're really used to seeing.
11 hits in this ball game. They had 16 in the first game. "27 hits. There's going to be some batting averages going up for the Warriors. Score is 10-7. Pitch gets away from Ethan Scherg. It's tough when you haven't played catcher all year to just all of a sudden come in on the fly and try to get the job done.
Stuff this battery. I mean, Jimmy hasn't really pitched it all this year, and Scherg hasn't really caught all.
Line drive out to right. It drops in for another hit.
My goodness. Really getting out of hand.
Exactly. Not to belabor the point, but Chicago has gotten at least 5 or 6 hits. I don't want to call them dumpy hits because they all count, but they've certainly found the open grass area.
Yep. And again, it's these late innings for Chicago where they really pour it on. Just throw strikes. Just throw strikes.
11-7. 12 hits, 3 errors. 11 runs, 12 hits, 3 errors for Chicago. 7, 8, and 0 for Sheboygan. Ball is hit past the third baseman, Neese.
I it's just what can go wrong will go wrong in this inning for the A's.
Bill giving Nice an air, so we will too. E5. Riccio started this inning with a single and scored. There are 2 outs. Jimmy has not been able to get that 3rd out. He gave up a double, a single, and the next batter reaches on an error. This is not any fun, Lucas.
No, this is 38 runs, 2 games.
Maybe we should talk a little bit about Summer League basketball. How's your team doing?
Yeah, it's going pretty well. You know,
Do you guys play in 1 league or 2?
Well,
or more?
last year we played in 2. This year's just the 1, but we've been in a couple of tournaments. 17-2 overall, and we won the WBY tournament in Kaukauna. We won the Kohler tournaments, and we got 2nd in the June Jam.
Does Joe Wolf still run his basketball camp during the summer?
I do not know.
Who do you think will be your top player or players next year?
There's a couple of them.
I know you lost the one Lipom, Elliott, right?
Yeah.
But his brother Oliver is back.
Yeah, I think top guys gonna be definitely Marion. A whole starting lineup, really. I mean, we got Brendan Hackbarth, Jake Thomas, Andrew Krieger, Marion Boyland, and Oliver Lipom.
Now Krieger, he's more of a defensive kind of a stopper type guy.
You know, he's a big time shooter too.
Okay, big time shooter.
But yeah, he's decent defensively.
And we're finally out of the inning. Riccio strikes out. And after 5.5 innings, it's been all Chicago, 11-7.
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start the bottom of the 6th. Things are getting a little slow, so we're talking Summer League basketball. I know you're maybe not the right guy to ask this, but how do you think Sheboygan North will be this year?
We saw them a couple times. They got a couple studs on that team. Kale Buboltz.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Guard.
Yeah. And they got a couple of them. Blake Burr and his brother, freshman, Rylan Burr. Yeah. I think they're going to be really decent.
Blake Burr was talking to his dad the other day, and he's really looking forward to the football season. He's quite a football player.
Blake?
Yes.
Yep.
Blake. I know Ryland's a good basketball player, but I don't know really anything about him in terms of other sports that he might be involved.
He's a good baseball player.
Is okay. Do you know what he does? What position?
I don't know.
Okay. Now you guys never play north or south, do you?
No, not baseball, no.
Gus Walker. Is this Sam Jackson still?
Yeah, looks like it.
Pitch comes in high, evens the count at 1-1. Gus is 1 for 2 in the ball game with a sacrifice fly, and he scored a run.
I don't know about you, Mari, but it feels like a lot more than a 4-run game right now.
You're right. Maybe because it's the 6th inning.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked several times today about when you get into a 7-inning game situation, you want to have the lead late, and we have not. Ball popped into foul territory, and a good play made by Butcher, catching that foul pop-up. And that is it for Gus. Sean Tillman is up. Sean having a good game.
But not all 3 times.
His biggest at-bat may have been his last at-bat when it wasn't even a hit. Hit a hard ground ball to the third baseman who let it roll under his glove.
Yeah.
Produced 2 runs. It just doesn't seem like 72 degrees or 71.
Yeah.
That's what my phone says. Ball is hit the short, nice hopper. The shortstop, strong throw across, is up high.
Ooh.
Ferraro caught the ball and came down in time, apparently. It didn't look like it to us, but they get a 6-3 putout. What do you think, Lucas?
I thought he was safe, but looks like Alm doesn't want to be here too much longer.
It's only a 4-run game. Come on.
Yeah.
CJ, have you been playing Harry's walk-up song every time he comes to bat? Because I don't remember hearing it at any time today except for right now. Yeah, my wife complains about my hearing too. What? I called you 4 times. we gotta get you on a mic, CJ. 2-2 pitch. Harry check his swing.
Wow.
Yes, he did.
I did not think he did.
I'm not saying. What do you guys think? Did he check his swing? Three-two pitch. Lights just popped on. And Harry with a walk, his second of the ball game. With the score the way it is, Jackson would get credit for the win and Lavisa the loss. But we're not at that juncture yet. It's only a 4-run game. Neese first pitch swing, he hits it into a short center field, but racing out is Wicker, the shortstop, and he makes a fine catch. And that ends the 6th inning for Sheboygan after 6 complete, 11-7 Chicago.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Jimmy still on the mound for Sheboygan. He'll pitch the 7th. Joe Perona, the fine Chicago center fielder, is up. It's been a long and unsuccessful day so far for Sheboygan.
Yep.
Losing game 1 13-7 and down in this game 11-7. Sure, throwing it short to Jimmy. Mad at himself for not getting it there. Let the umpire throw it to the pitcher.
Yeah, he's standing up.
No balls, 2 strikes. Perona drives one to left. Fair ball right down the line. Good piece of hitting by Perona. I think that's our problem, Lucas. We're not striking out enough of those guys.
Enough, we've only got 2. Not even close to enough.
Speaking of extra base hits, 1, 2, 3, 4 doubles and a home run. And in the first game, they did have a triple
that was
by
Perona.
Perona, leading off the game. So they've hit for the cycle as a team. Was working on the football schedule for our TV broadcasts, WSCS TV, and right now, if we go with it, it's not official yet, but I tried to set it up where we had, oh, there's a line drive. That's a gapper. Wow.
Yeah.
Another run in. And another double. Wicker. He's been a double machine, Lucas. 3 doubles in the ball game.
They've seen everything well. 25 runs today now for him.
So anyway, I was talking about this football schedule. We set it up so we get 3 North games, 3 South games, and 3 KLC games.
Oh.
So we'll be out by you guys a few times, hopefully. Connor and Kaylee getting the chairs put away down at the Bud Bach backstop. Hard-working crew. Line drive to right field, a base hit. And Wicker will come around and score on the base hit by Ferrero.
Same score as yesterday right now, if it holds up. Which probably won't, but.
Boy, this is depressing. Tim Moyer comes out. He's going to replace Jimmy.
Looks like Chase.
With Hanselman. Jimmy goes 1/3 of an inning only. There's no outs in the 7th. Chase Hanselman is going to come in.
4th pitcher of the game, just a 7-inning game.
It's looks more like batting practice than game pitching.
That's for sure.
Whew.
After that A's 5-run inning, and then Chicago was coming off of 3 scoreless innings. You're thinking maybe there's a chance here, but
Not anymore.
gone by the wayside.
Trying to figure out Jimmy's numbers. It's not pretty. All right, so far for Jimmy Jurgensen, he pitched 1/3 of an inning, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned so far. He's responsible for Ferraro over at first base. No walks and 1 strikeout. And you look at the lines of the other pitchers, Martinez, Lavisa, and JJ, none of them are really very good.
No.
Hey.
Not one pitcher today has really been all that good.
You look across the top of the inning by inning score, and it's Chicago 0-6-0-0-0. That was good. And then a 5 and a 2. And that's where we got killed in game 1, was the 6th and 7th inning.
Yeah.
They scored, let's see, I think it was 7 runs in the last 2 innings. And in this ball game, they've already scored 7 in the last 2 and are looking to build on that.
They just find ways to get players on base and players home.
Collazo up. Except for Collazo and Witchker, every batter in the order has a hit. In game 1, every hitter had a hit for Chicago. Pound ball bounces high over the glove of Tillman.
What is that bounce?
And on the play, Ferrero goes to third.
It's 4 straight hits.
Yeah, if Witchker hits a hit here, it's again every batter in the Chicago lineup has a hit. He's the only one between the 2 games. So we take 18 batters, 2 games, or 9 batters in 2 games is 18 hitters. 17 have hits.
Horrible.
Collazo playing it safe, not stealing second.
Why not at this point?
They ran a lot at the end of the first game. The ball hit out to center field. Gus with the catch. But Chicago adds to their lead.
Used a good word earlier, you know, it's been kind of depressing these 2 games.
Mother said there'd be days like this, and she's right. Hanselman gets the batter to pop up. Scherg makes a nice catch and foul ground. Good job by Ethan. locating that pop-up and then drifting over to make the catch. Morgan having quite a game, Lucas.
Yeah. Home run, 2 singles.
Fly ball out the right. That drops in for a hit. Justin Butcher up next. Boy, things were looking pretty good. The defense was kind of shaky for Chicago. We were up 7-6, but the roof has caved in again.
They're going to get pretty close to batting around in back-to-back innings.
They outdid their first game production.
Yeah, you didn't think it was possible, but goodness, the A's made it happen.
Oh boy, the team ERA is going to go up.
Yeah.
Coming into the weekend, it was 3.78. Did pretty good yesterday. Did we allow one run? Or no, it was 9-4 in the second game. But this game, shoot it up.
Yeah, 27 runs in 14 innings, going to shoot that up for sure.
Well, Alex Carson, their starter, gave up 7 runs, but only 2 were earned. In our case, it's 14 runs and 13 are earned. Two outs, looking for out number 3. Slow roller gets by Hanselman. Tillman unable to make a play. It's an infield hit. Another hit for Chicago.
It's hard to believe. I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore.
6 hits in this inning alone.
And they had 4 last inning.
Yeah. This is the worst time to get the 10-run rule because you still have to play the 7th.
Yeah.
Bouncing ball up the middle, nice hop. And the flip for the out. And finally, the 7th inning is over, but not before they put 3 more runs on the board. After 6.5 innings, it's 14-7.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to play the bottom of the 7th.
Caleb Martinez, the new pitcher
Caleb
for
Martinez is in
the Warriors.
Sam Jackson's day is done. Chase Hanselman, the pitcher, is up. Martinez, a big right-hander. It's that pitch to touch the outside corner for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1.
Martinez has been pretty good, and he's got a .9 ERA in 20 innings.
Just what you need, your closer in a 7-run game. Pitch in the dirt, evens the count at 2-2.
16 strikeouts to 9 walks in those 20 innings.
Wow, a lot of walks.
Yep.
Sam Jackson had a nice outing for Chicago, going 2 1/3, allowed no hits, no runs, walked 2 and struck out 2. Sheboygan stuck on 8 hits. A scary situation happened about an inning or so ago. Hanselman moved over to pick up a ground ball, took a bad hop. I don't think it hit him, but it did hit his glasses, took him off, took it off his head. And Chase goes down on strikes. You mentioned Martinez with 16 strikeouts in his 20 innings of work. Blake Bradford is up. Our next broadcast will be on Tuesday when the Milwaukee Heavy Hitters come to town for a Wisconsin State League game. That game will start at 7:30. And then on Wednesday, Sheboygan travels to Menasha for a Northeastern Wisconsin Baseball League game. And then we're back home on Thursday hosting the West Allis Nationals in another Wisconsin State League game. Lucas, you're going to be missing that Thursday game, and then you said you're going to be gone for the Sunday doubleheader.
Yep.
So we'll miss you those 2 days. Hopefully Emma can pick up the slack. Bradford is down on strikes. There's 2 outs. Jason Sims. Good song. How about Bobby McFerrin? Don't worry, be happy. No, I know that was that song, but I mean, there's also in the same vein. You got that one on your playlist? You got everything. Tuna Makata. Jason Sims, 1 for 3 in the ball game with a run scored. That evens the count at 2-2. Caleb Martinez looks pretty good today. Struck out the first two A's hitters. And a slow roller. Martinez over in time. Oh, the throw gets past Caleb. And Sims is going to slide into second.
Sims trying to cut the lead to 6.
It's got to be an error, but I'm not sure who it's on, if it's on the throw or the catch. I'd give it the throw. What do you think, Bill?
Yeah.
Okay. E3, Ferraro trying to make the play, threw it away, and allowed Jason to go all the way to second base. Fourth error in the game for Chicago. Didn't seem to matter, Lucas.
No.
Lucas rubbing his eyes. He's tired. He wants to get out of here. Remember, Lucas, no leaving till you sweep up the grandstands.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, you could go down and finish stacking those red chairs. We didn't get them all. There's people still sitting down there watching the game.
Passionate fans.
Or you can go to Culver's for supper tonight.
Oh, we're having some ribs.
Say that again.
Having ribs. I'm looking forward to it all day.
Your mom's making ribs?
Dad on the grill.
Dad on the grill. Holy cow. They're going to wait this long to eat?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Ball is popped into foul territory. Ferrero makes the one-handed grab, and that is the ball game. We're going to do a quick wrap-up. It was 14 runs, 18 hits, and 4 errors for Chicago. 7 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error for Sheboygan. They get swept in the doubleheader. Not a very good day, but we'll come back on Tuesday to take on the Milwaukee heavy hitters. Hopefully we'll have a better game that day. For Lucas, I'm Mike saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.